How did you go about building your business that first year?
Yeah, so a couple of things. One, I know one of the very first things that I did was because we were coming into October, and I finally got my head together and really wanted to get focused. And I know we made these like Halloween cards, and I had gotten married only a couple years prior, so I still had, somewhat of a database from that, just from the wedding guest list and friends and extended family and stuff. So I did a couple things. One, I paid for some Zillow leads in Galloway. That was like one of my first 5 closings, I believe. I only ended up doing that for a few months though, just kind of to get my feet wet and give me some opportunities. And that, my sales background, that was very helpful, just because I would get leads or other things like that, especially like when I was selling software and just, making the calls, getting an appointment set, all of that translated very well. But then also too, like I said, we made those Halloween cards, sent them out to everyone that we knew in our sphere. And also then too, I started going door to door. I had these little flyers that I would make that I was pretending that I had a buyer, that you're buyers that, in certain price ranges, and trying to get listings out of it that way. Then really the biggest opportunity though actually came from those Halloween cards that we sent out. Another person, one of the people that was in our sphere, came to our wedding and stuff. They had this house on Riverside Drive that they had been trying to sell for 2 or 3 years on and off, and contacted us when they got that card, and we're like, hey, we have this house to sell, our listing's up in 3 weeks, can you sell it for us? It was like, oh yeah. I was very, very excited, because at the time it was 2015, it was $600,000 house on the river. It was a pretty expensive house for Columbus at that time. And gosh, got that listing. And I remember one of the first things that we did was it was super dark in that house. And I had known from just the showings and stuff that I'd done, comments from buyers being like, I like it, but it's just it's really dark in here. So I went to Lowe's, I know, and I changed every light bulb in that house to a brand new bright LED. And, we got it listed, got the photography and stuff done. And I don't know I have no idea to this day if it had anything to do with the light bulbs, but the very first showing that we had was actually Mike Rosati, the window guy, came in and bought the house and cash. And to this day, then I still have this thing about making sure the house is nice and bright, because it's kind of messed with my head since that first. I think that was my first or second listing that I ever had. But anyways, from there, those people, I think the day that I put them in contract, they drove me to another one of their friends' houses in Wedgwood and did the listing appointment with me. And then it was from those group of people, it just kept snowballing. And that's, I had different avenues that helped us be successful, but that was really one of the biggest one. And I was able to do 8 million then my very first full year in 2016.
That's awesome.
Region-wide, Keller Williams, Rookie of the Year. And still going from there. So
that's awesome. And it sounds like the majority of it maybe was just sphere of influence, word of mouth.
Mm-hmm. And that's, to this day, that's 100% of our business is referrals, sphere of influence, and word of mouth.
Just because the audience probably would want to know, do you remember what that first Halloween card said? And follow up to that, do you still do it?
We don't do it as much as we should. I swear it's every other year we're we need to do that Halloween card again. It was just something, it was just basically a hello, hope you have a wonderful, happy Halloween. Basically just a reminder that, hey, I'm in real estate. Erica and I are in real estate. Contact us for any help you need buying, selling, and investing.
Well, what's unique about that holiday is it's one where most people don't get a card or handwritten note, right? Obviously you think of the big ones, Christmas and all that other stuff, but Halloween, what?
Yeah, so exactly. So that was part of the intention with that. And I think I was taking gold through Keller Williams at that time too. And maybe I had a suggestion from someone to do that, because it was like, and it made a lot of sense. It's like no one gets Halloween cards. You get Thanksgiving, Christmas, or whatever. So
right.